Have you ever wondered how hackers steal data from websites? Well, one of the most common methods they use is something called SQL injection. Now, you might be asking, what is SQL injection? In layman's terms, it's a code injection technique that attackers use to exploit vulnerabilities in a website's database. Picture this, a website where you can search for your favorite books. You type in the title, the website runs a SQL query to find that book in its database, and voila, you're presented with the results. But what happens when instead of a book title, you input a piece of malicious SQL code? If the website's security isn't up to par, this can lead to a serious breach. Here's how it works. The attacker inputs SQL statements into a query that the site is not equipped to handle correctly. This could be in a search box, a URL, or any other area where user input is accepted. If the website isn't properly secured, this extra SQL code can be run, giving the hacker access to sensitive data. For example, imagine you're typing in a book title into the search box. An attacker, on the other hand, might type something like, A, drop table users. Now, if the website's security isn't up to snuff, this command could potentially delete an entire table from the database. So, how can one execute a SQL injection? Well, there are three major steps involved. First, the attacker needs to find a vulnerable website. This involves a lot of trial and error, testing different inputs to see if they can manipulate the SQL queries. Once they've found a target, the second step is to gather information. They'll try to understand the database structure, what kind of data it holds, and where it's stored. This is often done by running exploratory SQL statements. The final step is exploitation. Using the information they've gathered, the attacker can now manipulate the database to their liking. They might extract sensitive data, delete information, or even gain administrative privileges. To sum up, SQL injection is a serious cybersecurity threat. It operates by exploiting vulnerabilities in a website's database, allowing attackers to manipulate SQL queries. The process involves finding a vulnerable website, gathering information about the database, and then exploiting it. But remember, knowledge is power. By understanding how SQL injection works, we're better equipped to protect our digital spaces from such attacks. So keep your website secure and always be wary of what you input into search boxes.